Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries. I have a very interesting and creepy video today. I've been in contact with a gentleman from Australia, actually, who's been sending me some very interesting emails, video clips, and images. Because apparently he's having these Sasquatch, or I guess we'd call them Yowie creatures, approaching the back of his house and peeking through the window when the blinds are closed, and basically visiting this guy's home every night. And he's got a family, he's got kids and everything, and they're aware that something weird is also going on. But it's just one of those weird stories that you so seldomly hear about, where these creatures keep returning and returning, and for what reason, I don't know. In this case, it seems to be some sort of weird curiosity thing. And also, this case, looking at the video clips, looking at the images, to me it has a sense of mysticism around it, almost as if the creature does have some sort of weird supernatural abilities. Obviously could be wrong about that. I like to entertain that idea. I don't know what Yowie is. I don't know what Bigfoot is, but we're gonna go through these emails first. And while I'm going through these emails, I'll just have the clips playing in the background so you guys can watch them. At the end of the video, like at the end of the portion of the video where I'm talking, I'll play all the video clips with the audio that they came with, and just so you can get the full, effect, I guess. But for the sake of me talking, I'll just have them kind of playing as B-roll over my voice. The first email I received on the 8th of May, and it says here, it says, "Hey Justin, I live in Queensland, Australia, and I have undeniable evidence of their existence. I would like to send it to you because of all the people in the Bigfoot world, you are by far and away the most genuine and decent." I would argue that I am not like the greatest, that is for sure. This is the real deal. I have video and a point blank photo. I just need to know where to send it. And so I responded to that. I gave him my email and where he could send that to, and then I started receiving all kinds of interesting images and video clips. This next email says, "Firstly, I would like to say I've been a fan of yours for a while. Your honesty and genuine nature really stand you out from the pack. Secondly, well, it's a pretty bloody long story, and I'm a landscaper working 12-hour days with 2 kids and a pregnant missus, so I don't really have much time, but the short and sweet version is as follows. I always knew there was something. I've spent periods of up to 12 months at a time in the hinterlands. I can track just about anything, and let me be clear, these things are trackable. The way I was taught to track was based on behaviors. You learn a lot about a creature from the path it takes. A few years back, I lost my brother, and things got pretty bad for me. I wasn't suicidal or anything dramatic, I was just down. So this is my way of proving that there was still a bit of magic left in the world. I searched and found sweet fuck all. Then one day and one night, they found me. They came to the back of my fence and peered over. The next day, I tracked them to where they hung out during the day. It was a sewer tunnel, and they were there. They growled at me 3 times. So that was a few years back, and these days, I get visits most nights. I question whether the world could handle this information. I have hundreds of stories about them, and all the evidence I need. I have their hair too. Funny story, they handed it to me. Well, they wrapped it around sticks and jammed it in places around my fence. I figured it's their way of protecting me and my family with their scent. Yeah, we have a bit of a relationship and understanding now. I still wouldn't go anywhere near them at night. I have no interest of publicly shitting myself. Anyway, Justin, stay cool. I'll send some pics and vids on a separate email. P.S. I know you'll make the right decision as to what to do with this. Also, if you need, we'll work out a way to get some hair to you. There is plenty." So that is interesting. This guy's willing to send hair. And, when somebody comes up with videos and like images and whatnot, it takes it to a whole nother level when they're willing to send physical evidence or whatever kind of evidence, to back it up. It means they're not scared of having their hoax discovered. And I genuinely, I talked to this guy. I don't think this guy is trying to fool me. Obviously, I could be wrong. Anybody can be fooled, but it's really not the vibe I get. And this guy really doesn't give a shit about what anybody thinks of this, evidence. these video clips and these images. He really doesn't care. But it's interesting to, have someone willing to send you that evidence, willing to send hair. But let's move on here. There were a few photos attached to this email. I'll show you right now. The first image is a blurry Bigfoot photo, obviously, with a yellow circle around it. This is pretty typical of what you'd see on the internet. But this is, I'm assuming this has been cropped in quite a ways, and that's why it's such low quality. But there is a brown blob of some kind. Can't really make out anything there. So with a picture like this, you got to take the person's word for it. That there's something there. I can't really make much out of it. There's a photo here of one of these sticks shoved through the fence, kind of like as he described in the email there. You can see it, and I guess that happens quite often. And then, yeah, here's another version of that other one. And up in the top right, there's, like, this is being discussed. It appears on some sort of FaceTime video call. So I kind of blurred out the faces there so you can't see who these people are, but very, very interesting. He sent me another email with more video clips and another image. This image appears to be out the window again, but it's like, it appears as if it was taken at night. You can't see anything. You can see some sort of something behind the window, and there's the yellow circle again, kind of showing where it is. But these images are bad. Like, they're not good. I can't, I can't say that they're good. And like, you guys can see it for yourselves. The videos are what's interesting though, because when you're looking through that crack in the window, you do see what appears to be some sort of face with shiny eyeballs, and they appear to be extremely low to the ground. Now I'm not sure actually if this is taken on like a first floor or on a second floor. If it was a second floor, I mean, then this thing is super tall, but I'm assuming that these images were taken on a bottom floor, like a main floor, meaning that this creature, whatever it is either crouched over or kind of lying down on all fours, which is not uncommon to hear in Bigfoot reports. Yeah, so there's another video clip as well where it's taken outside during the day, and you could see what looks like almost like a conical shaped head of some sort. It's brown. It's really hard to see. Again, it's a low quality video. But it does say here, if you can improve the quality of the video, I guarantee you'll be in for a shock. I've sent a screenshot with a circle around where to watch. What you will hear is a whistle. Then the creature ducks its head down as if it was warned. I had it on camera. It took me a while to work out how they did this, but I did. It's very logical. In the video, when you listen closely, you can hear some whistling type noises of some kind, but I don't really see the subject in question moving. Like, I don't see it ducking down or anything. But you guys have a look at the video in full speed and just listen. You can hear the audio of it as well. He sent me another email as well saying my daughter had woken up one night and was complaining about a cowman outside of her window. As I got her back to sleep, I held my phone to the window and filmed. That's creepy. If you guys remember the Ruby Creek story from British Columbia of a Sasquatch that was visiting, like a cabin where there was a mother that was there. The father was gone, but there was children as well playing outside. And the Sasquatch approached, like where the children were, and they described it almost like a cow. They said there was some sort of cow thing or cowman, which is creepy because that's what apparently this little girl said. So that is one very, very unsettling thing to hear from your little kid, especially at night. And then you go try and film it. He says about the curtain video, he says, the curtain video was definitely cool. It had been playing with me for about 10 minutes before I started filming. The second I start filming, it stopped doing it. I think that's when you can hear me call it a chicken shit, and then it started again. Justin, we can do a Zoom call anytime. If we plan it right and it's nighttime in Australia, I might be able to show them to you. This is a regular occurrence. Every night they come. I've got crazier stories that will very much blow your mind, and they're all true. We'll talk soon, Justin. So that is interesting as well. This guy's willing to jump on a Zoom call, and maybe we can get something on video if we go about it the right way, which, it seems that as soon as you start messing around and trying to actually like capture them on camera in some way, they stop doing what they're doing. It's like they have some sort of sixth sense or whatever. They know what you're up to, or they can feel it. They can sense that something's wrong, which is very interesting. This video, like, I'm kind of just showing you guys the clips and showing you guys emails, and that's kind of all this video is going to be. There's going to be more videos to come. So I am going to jump on a Zoom call with this guy. I'm going to get more stories out of him. Probably be a pretty long video, and maybe if we're lucky, we can record some activity and show it to you guys. This is a very unique situation, a very unique case. It's very rare where you have something like this that's happening all the time, like every night. And then with technology now, you can get in contact with people across the world through video and whatnot, and we can do stuff like this. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this all unfolds. I want to get some of this hair too, because I want to compare it to these 2 strands that I have already from Nordegg. And yeah, so he's got some images here. One of them is of the screen door in the back. You can see it's kind of banged up. There's holes in it, and it appears as though he actually put some chain link fence of some sort over it to protect it. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Now this next part here, this was kind of strange. You don't really see anything at first glance. There's a video clip here. I'll just let the clip play and then I'll talk about it after.
Okay, let's go up.
Okay, so you can see there's 2 little kids. These are his kids, and it appears as if they must have heard something or have been experiencing strange activity. They're with their dad, looking behind the house to see if there's something there. There must have been something there, but now if you see this still frame here, where the yellow circle is, that's actually apparently a chair. And there appears to be some sort of ghastly or ghostly presence or something sitting on that chair. There's like a weird black blob shadow kind of thing sitting there. Now, apparently that wasn't there. That is something that I would have definitely overlooked. I'm not going to lie. Like, I would have seen that and I would have, I probably wouldn't have even noticed it. That's one of those things. This is one of those things. This image and the images before of that brown blob, they make it seem like it is almost ghostly. It's a ghost-like thing. It's almost not quite in this reality, maybe like half in this reality, which is, like I said, I'm open to this. I enjoy entertaining the idea of supernatural Sasquatch, or Sasquatch with abilities that seem to be more than what we would consider to be natural at this point, But I don't know what to make of this kind of stuff. You do see stuff like this all the time, but the difference between this case and all the other cases is that the person who took the image, if you can track down the right person who took it, a lot of times these images and video clips will get shared around online, and people will change the origin story of the photo. You see this all the time on Facebook. People will post a photo saying, oh, this came from, Idaho back whenever, when in reality it came from a completely different place. I see that a lot. But with this stuff, you can hear the guy's voice in the video. His kids are there. It's pretty clear that it's him. I'm getting this stuff directly from the source. And yeah, it says here in this email, it says, now that's a bench that I know was empty because we walked past it, yet on the first seat you can see there's a black blob covering half the seat. I couldn't believe the lack of fear he showed. He's talking about his little boy. He was absolutely taken back, but never said a word to me about it. So that's odd. So it appears as if the kid actually witnessed that and could actually see it. You can hear him in the video saying, that's not a butterfly or something like that, which is strange. Kids are creepy, aren't they? Like, kids see weird stuff and they say weird shit. Like, my niece recently told my sister something about, like, seeing a spaceman when she was born or something. Like, just, like, weird stuff like that. Kids are creepy. In this part, there's another email here. It's one of the more recent ones I received. He said, I would like to make a few stipulations to our video chat. Firstly, I can't know what day it will be. It just needs to be around dark in Australia. Right now, it's 10:21. I think it's 5 a.m. where you are. I would like the idea that what I show you is somehow faked to be removed from people's minds forever. I haven't told a lie in close to 3 years. The truth is a big deal for me. Also, if it's a daytime call, I could show you plenty of structures or other vids I have. Or just tell you stories about them. Like one night, I was having a nightmare that they banged on my door to wake me up. They're thoughtful and intelligent, but have little trust in humans. My relationship with these guys has been about 2 years of work. So, like, this has been going on for a long time, and this guy, you know, he doesn't care what you think. But he is really, you know, wanting to push like the Zoom thing, and I guess in a way to show you guys that he's not lying and not faking this, because that's a live video feed, man. Like, how do you plan that? And I'm not gonna go easy on a guy like just because, you know, I'm having a friendly email conversation with them. Like, I'm gonna want to see some shit, and I'm probably gonna ask some difficult questions. But I at this point, like, I have nothing. There's nothing to lead me to believe that this guy's bullshitting me. So I'm in, man. Like, I want to see what we can gather here as far as evidence goes, and if we could get a clear image of the face of this thing, without the if these friggin' curtains weren't in the way, that would be an excellent shot of Sasquatch's face. You know. I have to devise some sort of way to pull those curtains open very fast with the camera set up to get even just a few frames. Just a few frames. Right? This could be so interesting. I'm very excited to see where this all leads to and what kind of evidences reveal themselves. But yeah, like, these are the clips. I've been letting them play here in the background. I'm gonna sign off now, and I'm gonna let all the video clips play, and I'm gonna show the images again, and I'm gonna have the audio of the video playing as well, because I won't be talking. So have a look, you know, go over it, and analyze the hell out of it if you want, and let me know what you guys think in the comments, because this is a weird one. This is one of those cases that I know is gonna be very divisive. And a lot of people are going to be into it and they're going to believe it, and a lot of people are not. And that's mostly because of the quality of the images and the video. But I'm telling you, man, this guy's openness to show me, like, I'm super skeptical of so much evidence that comes forward, especially video evidence. I used to go over video evidence a lot, and 9 times out of 10, it would be very questionable to me. So, you know, for somebody to send me all this stuff and explain, like, what it is, and saying it's been going on for years, like, this is one of those, like, cases that is like the holy grail, you know. If only I lived in Australia, if only I could go there right now and check this out. Like, remember that one image of Yowie? There was a man sitting down, and beside him or behind him, I can't really remember, there was this Yowie creature. It was something that appeared to look like a Yowie or a Bigfoot sitting on, like, a log. You guys remember that? Here it is right here. Yeah, this image reminds me of some of these images, because it almost doesn't look like it's really there. It looks like it's partially there, kind of. It's kind of weird to make out, but you know, the more I look into these weird cases, the more I'm like, you know, there's something more to this mystery, something more than just flesh and blood. Maybe not, but maybe it could be a natural, you know, adaptation that is appears very, like, supernatural and strange, but it's just kind of unexplainable right now with the knowledge that we have and with the tools and technology that we have. Maybe eventually we'll get there and we'll be able to find out that, oh, this is just a weird adaptation that this thing has to dematerialize and disappear. Or maybe it is some magical stuff going on, you know? Maybe it is mystical and a very spiritual being. That would tie right into the First Nations lore, you know? It's crazy. A lot of people are like, yeah, you need to talk to the indigenous people. You need to talk to them. They know everything. And the people that tell you to do that are people that are strictly flesh and blood people. I've had that happen so many times. People that are like firmly, this is a flesh and blood animal, undiscovered primate. You know, these are the facts, blah, blah, blah. But then they're like, yeah, the indigenous people, you got to talk to them. Okay, well, the indigenous people are like, they firmly believe that this creature has supernatural powers and is the mystery of Bigfoot in indigenous lore is shrouded in mysticism, you know? So I'm completely open to it. I hope you guys are open to it too. I mean, I'm not telling you what to believe, but just be open to all these theories because you don't want to like limit yourself and, you know, close yourself off to the possibilities. Literally could be anything. We're talking about Sasquatch here. We're talking about Yowie. It's just as far out as aliens and ghosts and all that. So, you know, it isn't that crazy to imagine it having some sort of strange abilities that aren't considered normal. Anyways, I'm going to sign off now. It was a lot of talking. Let me know what you guys think. There's going to be more on this to come. This is going to be an active like investigation through the month of June. Okay? So I just wanted to share the video clips with you guys in this video and talk about it a little bit, share the emails. And, you know, here we go. Like, this could be very interesting. Maybe we'll get something good, you know. And there's got to be tracks back there somewhere, you would imagine, eh? Like, I wonder if this guy's got footprint images and stuff like that. And I wonder if he can maybe get some track casts. We will find out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Mountain Beast Mysteries.
Okay, let's go up.